There's something approaching from the distance that you can't stop. It can completely destroy cities and kill tens of thousands of people. At first, it looks like another big wave, but as it gets closer, you can see it's not just big, it's huge. It's a tsunami. You should probably run away from it, but instead, we're going to surf it. Seriously, this can't be good. Well, we better get started. The biggest wave that someone has surfed on was 24.4 meters tall, 80 feet. Tsunamis can be around this height, but for our purposes, let's go a little bigger and say ours is 30 meters tall, 100 feet. But if you do want to surf on a tsunami, and we don't recommend you do it, you'll most likely have to travel to Japan or the Philippines. This is because they're located in the Ring of Fire, an area in the Pacific Ocean where tsunamis are most likely to occur. But wait, how do tsunamis occur anyway? Tsunamis are different from the usual waves caused by wind and tides. They form due to volcanic activity, but most often after an earthquake occurs in the ocean. If an earthquake happens in the sea, that's 6.5 or higher on the Richter scale, you can expect a tsunami to come heading for land. This massive wave will start deep in the ocean and build its way up to the coastline, quickly gaining speed and power. Experts say that a tsunami can move up to 800 km/h, 497 mph as it reaches the shore, so be prepared for a wave as fast as a passenger jet. And although tsunamis start as small bumps deep in the ocean, as they reach shallower water, they become much more massive. So how would you surf on this thing? Let's hope you have a friend that's just as daring as you. Because the wave is moving so fast, you'd need your friend to drive up the wave on a jet ski while you hitch a ride on the back. If you manage to get to the top, you'll quickly realize that this wave is completely different from any other wave you've surfed before. That's because tsunami waves don't break as opposed to regular waves created by wind. A breaking wave curves and cascades onto itself, making it the perfect wall for your surfboard. But generally speaking, a tsunami doesn't have this quality. Apart from the massive size and the incredible speed of the tsunami, surfing on it would be nearly impossible because there wouldn't be much for your board to grip onto. But you're up here now, so what do? Well, your best bet is to really only hold on for your dear life and hope for the best. Let's be real here. There's no way you're going to be able to surf on this monster. You'll quickly be hurled towards whatever coast the tsunami decides to bring you to. And you probably won't just land on the beach either. You could be several hundred meters or even kilometers inland. It could hurl you against the side of a bus or into a building. And after the tsunami brings you there, that won't be all that happens. After it tosses you inland, the waves will pull you right back out into the ocean. Now, it's not only you in the tsunami. Other people, cars, and even entire parts of buildings will all be forced into the ocean, causing even more destruction as they slosh through the tsunami's path. You may think it's over now, but that isn't the case. A tsunami isn't just one massive wave, it's multiple waves. A tsunami can last for up to an hour, with waves up to 30 meters, 100 feet, continually hitting the coast while destroying cities and killing people. So once you lose your surfboard, you'd be in the water with everything else, being pushed back and forth from the coast and back out to the sea. You'd keep doing this until you inevitably drown or die from getting hit by debris. So although surfing a tsunami would make for a pretty gnarly story, maybe we should stick to regular breakers for now. One person who might be a contender to tame a tsunami would be legendary big wave surfer Laird Hamilton. I gotta admit, I didn't know much about big wave surfers until I listened to his book Life Rider on Audible. But he's one of the icons of the sport, and you get a real insight into what goes on in the mind of someone who's not afraid to tackle enormous challenges. Audible is where so many inspiring voices and compelling stories open listeners up to new experiences and ways of thinking. A tsunami was recently discovered by American scientists. According to their calculations, a wave is formed at the moment when an unstable iceberg capsizes. This is exactly what happened in the following video. The guys were swimming in the sea on their boats, filming the gradually collapsing iceberg when suddenly most of it broke off and caused a bad impulse. Almost demolished, and the boat of the guys did not have time to sail to a more or less safe place. The distance, and who knows, so that it would not slow down for at least a couple of seconds or break off a bigger piece. But this video was shot in Japan. A man managed to film a tsunami on when approaching many hundreds of meters from the shore. Just look at this terrible sight. Imagine yourself in his place. What would you do in that case? Run to drive your car to a safe place or call your loved ones so that they find shelter? Write in the comments. It will be very interesting to read about it in general, this whole phenomenon. In principle, beautiful and mesmerizing. Incredible. If it comes not from a tsunami in the middle of the city, so some eyewitness filmed tsunami breaking concrete walls. Tsunami, a word that encapsulates immense power, speed, and dread. This natural disaster has haunted our planet for millennia, showcasing the stark vulnerability of humanity to nature's whims. Welcome to the Top Fact channel, where today we delve into the most catastrophic tsunamis of recent times. Before we begin, a quick reminder to subscribe and activate notifications to stay updated on our latest releases. Enjoy a fascinating journey into the heart of one of nature's most formidable phenomena, a tsunami. A colossal wave birthed in the ocean's depths grows exponentially upon nearing the coast. While seemingly harmless in the vastness of the open sea, where ships find sanctuary above deep waters, its force multiplies in shallow coastal areas, potentially towering up to 10 meters. Predominantly triggered by earthquakes, the term tsunami merges two Japanese words for harbor and wave, a nod to Japan's historical sufferance from devastating earthquakes and tsunamis. Despite the terrifying wave of 1958, towering over 500 meters, which dwarfs recent events, today's focus hones in on the chilling reality, and in a lot of pain. The sheer force of the wave, coupled with the debris it carries, makes it a perilous adventure that could end in serious injury or worse. Surfing on regular waves provides enough of a thrill with a significantly lower risk. The idea of surfing a tsunami might sound like the ultimate challenge to some, but it's important to remember the devastating impact tsunamis have on communities, landscapes, and lives. These natural disasters are forces to be reckoned with, not playgrounds for extreme sports. Instead of chasing after dangerous feats, there are countless other ways to experience the rush of surfing and the beauty of the ocean in a safe and respectful manner. From big wave surfing at renowned spots around the world to exploring the serene beauty of remote beaches, the sea offers endless opportunities for adventure and connection with nature. In the end, the ocean commands our respect and awe, reminding us of our place in the natural world. So, while the thought of conquering a tsunami might seem like a thrilling story to tell, perhaps the best stories come from those who ride the waves with respect, skill, and an understanding of the ocean's power. Let's leave tsunamis to their natural course and find our adventures in the vast expanse of the sea's safer offerings.